guys, welcome to South Thailand Ride 2024, X0 here, and as you can see, my Qooder, Bobby, it's all decked out, ready to go for touring, man, with the Steinbock kit, big box also. Didn't get a chance to show you the Qooder cap, which was sent to me, Qooder themselves. But the bike is ready. Of course, I'm ready. It's currently coming to 1 a.m. in the morning, heading all the way to Thailand. But before we do so, it's time for me to, of course, stick the mandatory touring sticker. Okay, check out the touring sticker, man. With this time, Bobby Bronto. Let's stick it, man. Okay lah, all set and ready to go. You can see, cap, shirt, all Qooder, all sponsored, free one. Alright, ready to go for a long ride. Middle of the night now, it's currently like 1 a.m. in the morning. For this section, I'm not going to show much because previous video already show you lah towards Thailand, but at Petronas, Sungai Perak, I'm going to continue the video. For now, I just show you the map route and show you in case you did not catch the previous Thailand video. Well, let's see what this Qooder can do, man. Well, it's time to go for an adventure, guys. This time with the Qooder Quadro QV4 Bobby Bronto. Of course, as usual, showing you the map route for the South Thailand Ride 2024. To show you the journey I took for this touring ride so that you can have a rough idea if you are planning to do the same journey too. Heading off from Gelang Patah, Petronas after crossing Tuas checkpoint at about 2 a.m. in the morning. Going to be taking the same route and the same stops as the Thailand Touring 2023 ride, so will not explain much for this one, but if you would like to know more details, do watch the previous touring video for that one. So as I slowly head up north, just showing you some of the information of the distance and timings of the stops. This time much more difference in the timing, of course, because previously I was on the Rex Zero, my Hayabusa, and definitely much more faster. But for the Qooder, being a scooter, managed to maintain at about 100 to 110 kilometers per hour, hugging the shoulder lane and letting vehicles pass. A nice chill ride in the darkness of the morning, slow and steady, and this is my first time touring on a scooter. Wow, it's so much more comfortable, man. Quite boring lah since it's dark and nothing to see, and so used to reaching the destination pretty fast. But it's an interesting experience and a much more different feel to the usual ride with the Hayabusa. Now the video at the top, as you can see, is actually after a key point at R&R Sungai Perak. Didn't show much for the journey up because, like I mentioned, it's pretty straightforward. Now at R&R Sungai Perak, this is where you will venture off the AH2 highway and on to Route 76 towards the Betong Border checkpoint. Alternatively, you can go further up towards Penang and on to Route 4, but I decided to take the scenic route where you will ride through the bridge of Tasik Raban, some nice forest areas and also some towns. Some things I experienced which I can share on this journey. Once you're past the town of Gerik, there's quite a number of sharp bends through forested areas, so watch out for some blind corners, and the road conditions are also not very good around here with potholes and sand, but for the four-wheeled Qooder, it's definitely no problem, man. Well, I didn't really video much on this section as I wanted to focus on the ride itself, as I didn't get any rest before I head off, and by the time I reached here, I was really fatigued, man. And being new to the Qooder bike, my handling was damn horrible, man. I kept oversteering into the other lane on the tight corners, maybe because I was kind of tired, and also I was not used to taking corners on the Qooder. So if you're going to take this route, do take it slow and watch out for the oncoming vehicles. Also, while riding through, I didn't really see much lampposts, especially in the forested areas. So it may be a pitch black ride if you are arriving too early in the morning or late at night. So that's something to take note of. As you can see, it took me much longer to clear this section because of the traffic light junctions and entering some towns where there's lots of traffic, and towards the end I was also going quite slow at the bends. Well, I eventually reached the final stop before crossing the border at AZ'Thai Insurance to do my documentation. When I reached there, it was already pretty hot, man. Plus the tiredness of not resting, it was quite a ride, but finally made it with Bobby. All I can say is no problem for the Qooder, so it shouldn't be a problem for any bikes. So just take it slow and stop and rest whenever you feel tired, and eventually you will make it there also. 710 kilometers journey in from Singapore to AZ'Thai Insurance, just in front of the border of Thailand. A total of 10 hours ride. Again, like I said, don't follow my bad example. Just get some good rest before heading off. Take longer breaks at the pit stops and R&Rs. And of course, lots of hydration, especially if you're riding in the afternoon and day rides. And you can easily clear this in less than a day, no problem. So once at AZ'Thai Insurance, you can do up your insurance and it's on to Thailand, man.
Ủa gì vậy? Nó nóng rồi hả Đục?
It's time to paste sticker while I wait. See if I can just get this out. Paste the Zero Bros sticker here. Yes, Zero Bros is here at the border. Well guys, still gotta wait lah. As usual, companies all don't recognize the Qooder bike. So now the guy is going to go and check out what's going on. Well, we just chill out in the hot sun, man. Okay lah, this one is all outdoor, got some indoor part. But just chill outside lah for the meantime and wait for the insurance and see how it goes.
Well, it's time to make a move from AZ'Thai Insurance. Roughly about 15 minutes already, and unfortunately for me, it seems that the insurance guy was still unable to resolve the issue of applying for insurance for my bike due to the Qooder brand not being recognized here in Malaysia and in Thailand. Well, I will continue the explanation later after I have crossed the border to Thailand and ride to the first destination at Route 410 Betong. Well, it's been a long ride, man, and I have finally arrived at the Bukit Berapit border checkpoint over here in the Malaysia side of the border. It's pretty straightforward, no hassle to enter. Just scan your passport and scan your fingerprint and you're good to go. Unlike in the Thailand side with all the documentations and stuff. It's coming to 12 noon already. There is quite a bit of heat from the afternoon sun. and also the fatigue of riding, and now also the insurance issue on my mind. However, I was still glad that the Qooder made it here with no problems. Well, what an experience riding the Qooder bike. Every stop at the Malaysia site when I was pumping petrol or taking a break, well, I had a lot of answering of questions, man, about the bike. Since I don't think this bike is sold in Malaysia, so far I haven't seen any, and I doubt much owners of the Qooder would also ride it to Thailand like I did. But of course, was happy to chill out and have a conversation while taking a break before heading off to the next petrol station. Okay, on this Betong side of the border crossing to Thailand are a few key spots you may want to stop at if it's your first time here crossing from this side of the border checkpoint. You can just take some pictures as milestones for your journey here. So I decided to take a few stops around here to get some pictures of the Qooder. The first stop is the Malaysia-Thailand border stone, marking the meeting point of Malaysia and Thailand. And also further up is a park just before the checkpoint, which is also the southernmost point of Thailand. Well, if you have been here before or crossed through this border many times before, then yeah, this should not be anything new. But I guess it's still a nice spot to take some pictures and chill out a bit before continue on your journey into Thailand. Well, after some quick pictures, headed for the checkpoint as I did not want to take long and wanted to see what's the situation like at the immigration checkpoint. And here I am at the Betong Border checkpoint. If you're riding, you can just park at the side of the road and head on into the building which is on the right. Also, there were like some counters where you can pay like 2 ringgits and such, and they will fill up for you your customs card. But other than that, it's pretty straightforward. Well, there wasn't much people there when I arrived, so I managed to clear the immigration process in about 15 minutes. Once everything was settled, it's on to the adventure into Thailand, to the first South Thailand province of Yala at the town of Betong. Now entering Thailand, you will ride through this pretty nice road with some nice bends and cool breeze. Now let me just get back on the issue of the insurance. Now if you are entering from Betong side and leaving from Betong side, you don't have to do any insurance, it seems. Of course, you will also have to stay around the Betong area and not venture off too far north. Because if any incidents happen, you're not covered by any insurance, which I guess will have issues with the authorities here. For me, of course, will have to do my insurance as I will be heading back out of Thailand from the Sadao border. Now the issue with the Qooder bike, as mentioned by the AZ'Thai Insurance guy, is that the brand is not recognized here in Malaysia and Thailand. And unfortunately, I also came on a Sunday, so their main office was not open to check out on the issue. So he could only settle it on the next day, which was on a Monday. So what he suggested was I head on in to Betong Route 410 shop and get in contact with Abang Halim, as they also could do the insurance there. The insurance guy was a nice guy lah. He said if I could not resolve the problem is to give him a call and he will help me settle it, the issue on the Monday itself, no problem. So I definitely recommend this AZ'Thai Insurance man if you are crossing through the Betong side. So for now, I'll just head on to Betong Route 410 and see how it goes. Now the next thing that was peculiar is that if you are entering from the Betong side, you will confirm have to buy a Thailand SIM card. Not too sure, it must be to do with the network or something, because every time I enter, I'm used to using my roaming data and never had any issues. But surprisingly, once I entered Betong, could not get any signal at all, man. So currently I was riding to the next stop, just using the offline maps and just guessing my way through, navigating without any directions. Well, I eventually reached the first stop, Route 410 Betong, which concludes this video of the ride from Singapore across Malaysia and on into Thailand from the Betong Border checkpoint. Of course, the adventure does not end here, so do like and subscribe and check out the next episode of South Thailand Ride 2024 on the Qooder Quadro QV4, Bronto. This is X0, out.